Hi, this message is for you. If you found this, this is for you. When you found this, this is when you need it. All right? Let's see what it is. I already yelled at the cards because they're giving me all these swords, all this air. And I'm like, I don't want to be up in my head. I want to be in my heart. So let this be a heart message for you, viewer. Let's see what happens. And if it's an air one, I'm going to go with it. Wow. Okay, could we get more? This is the Lovers. Love. Thank you, cards. This is such a strange love. The lion and the lady lying down between the pillars makes me think oddly of strength as well, as a kind of love that is full of your highest self, that brings you to your highest self, that gentles you. And love in tarot in this is a choice. It's intense, and many are too afraid to accept the Lovers. They'd rather play it safe. So this is, as I asked for, a message about the heart, and we will see. Could also be a choice. Let's see what unfolds here underneath. Oh my gosh. Okay. This was the card that I yelled at for a minute ago when I turned off the reading and started again. There is healing here. You're healing your heart. Your heart is healing. And strength is upside down. So here's the strength card. Very similar. Woman calming a lion. Wow. But it's upside down. So I normally wouldn't take that as an underlying energy. It tells me that's not what this is about. It's not about willpower. It's not about controlling your desire. But it is about healing, perhaps through love, because it doesn't say lovers. It just says love. It could be self-care. When we get the Four of Air here. Let's see. What does the Pride Tarot want to add? I've been just pulling a card from a couple tarot decks to get an overall vibe, and then we'll go into a reading. That's great. I love this. You know, it's magical how that Four of Air wants to talk to you. And so it came through on the bottom of the deck because I refused it as our opening card. That's pretty cool. Do you know what I mean? How cool that is? I don't know. Belief is built from all of these complicated experiences of, I don't know, belief, faith, channeling is what this is. And, you know, sometimes I'm a skeptic. Still a little bit in the broom closet, maybe. Okay. We get the World. Something has ended. That's why you're healing. Something is beginning as well with the World here. Okay. And there is maybe some anger and some action that you've needed to take. And there is the King of Wands. Very decisive energy here. Oh boy. Two more. The Eight of Wands. Lots of communication and action that you have needed to take. And the Fool, the new beginning. The World is here, the Fool is here. An ending and a beginning. Healing and all of this that has come behind this ending, leading you into this new leap of faith. Leap into the great unknown that is the Fool card. Okay. I'm not sure what kind of love this is. It isn't necessarily a couple-y love, you know. It feels like self-love in a way, which of course I'm in favor of and I'm a little bored with. It's okay, you know, I'm an impatient person. I have a lot of fire. And so I'm glad to see the King of Wands and the Eight of Wands here in this reading as well. But let's see, what's the message? For Haxa, we'll do a baseline. So since it's about love, let's find out about you and another person. So we're going to do how they see you, how you really are, and why there's a difference between how they see you and who you really are. And then we'll do them. How's that sound? Yeah, let's do that. And then we'll look at your relationship, some advice, and the future. I'm fighting the cards today. That's funny. I'm fighting a little bit. So, the cards will prevail. Don't worry. All right, you appear to them as the Queen of Cups. Wow. You seem emotional and deep and receptive, good at talking about your feelings. Very, very... This particular Queen of Water is like, she's a mermaid, the suit of water, so you can see her beautiful kind of goldfish tail. I don't know why she seems like she's not acting. She's just lounging there by the water, comfortable with her feelings. So that's how you appear. How are you really? Ooh, you are really in the Lovers. This is a weird Lovers card because there's 3 people in it. So you're really in like a decision point about, which is in this Lovers card, choosing your integrity and like your values and being open to somebody else's desires. And in this card is about one partner is interested in monogamy, the other is like, hey, let's bring a third in here. And so it's challenging. And the Lovers is challenging. It's the same card as your underlying here. It's the Lovers in this deck. And so I actually see like you having to navigate the very uncomfortable realm of your authenticity and integrity and what you want in love, and this other person in your life that they see you as like, it's cool, calm, collected, just chilling here, beautiful. But you're actually having a little bit going on beneath the surface. This card has a lot of story to it, but what would we further know? Ace of Fire. This is desire. This is creativity. This is inspiration. I mean, look at her coming through the dark woods, going towards the light. Very brave and solitary energy. You're on an individual path here. Yeah. You're in a group where you're knowing who you're in, a family or a partnership. And they see you as like everything's fine, but beneath the surface, you're in conflict with their desires, and you have a very autonomous vision of you on, you're on a path. And that's why beneath the seeming doing nothing here, just comfortable in the emotional realm, you're struggling. You're in conflict. I really see this snakiness of, I think it's her hair. No, it is. It's a snake here. So I see this snake representing transformation, and also kind of like, it looks like her hair, it's kind of hidden, private, hidden discomfort and transformation, while the other 2 fairies are like not aware. You have a private, secret path here, and the person in your life doesn't see that. You see the person in your life. This could be your partner, it could be a friend, just another person in your life. You see them as the 9 of Fire. They are coming through to you as they've been working really hard. They're still ready to fight and finish. Yeah, but they were tired from struggle. They're like distracted from you. That's a part of what is causing you to go on this solitary. You already have, like, you've received an Ace of Wands. This is a new idea, a new passion, a path that is calling to you. But a part of why you got just, you look like this, they're not really seeing you. I feel like this card is maybe so far my least favorite card in this deck. Like this Queen of Water, beautiful though she is, she's not coming through clearly to the viewer. And they're not looking. You think they're not paying attention. They're busy. They're in their willpower. They have like a whole other thing going on. And so you're looking at that. And you're like, oh, they're busy. And then you're going off. I do this. I totally relate to this reading. I'm not currently in this situation, but I really relate to, I've been in this situation. I could be wrong, so what's going on underneath? No, they are busy. They are fully in action. Look at, this is a heroic situation that this other person is in. They're riding into action on the backs of eagles. I love that. You have like a superhero seeming partner. They're just in their willpower, in the wands and fire. Like a sort of like a workaholic feeling. And the reason that they're doing workaholism is because the moon. They don't want to deal. They don't want to look into their darkness. They need to deal with something and they're not doing it. That comes across. Boom. No doubt in my mind that is what's going on with this person. They're not paying attention to you. You're right. You're absolutely right. They're not even thinking about you at all, except that because they associate you with the Queen of Water. The moon journey is something that you would go with a Queen of Water on. And perhaps in your relationship, you cause them to fret about looking here into their watery depths. And they're just doing workaholism so that they don't have to do that. Oh, wow. Okay. So let's see. What's your relationship with this looking like as a result of seeing one another this way? Yeah, it's a very solitary, dreamy existence. It's a relationship in which you're alone. It's kind of daydreamy and nice. Like, you're solitary. You're going off on your own adventure. You both are. You're like cohabitating. One's working really hard, the other's daydreaming. You are much more going off onto your own dream because you felt abandoned by them. You are abandoned by them. They're workaholicing because they don't want to deal with their moon journey. You know, a lot of people, the lovers also brings up the things that make you uncomfortable, and it's scary, and not everybody's strong enough or deep enough to be willing to do that. They may at another point hit something where they must do it, but right now this other person they're just working. They're doing it. They've got a whole thing about how they're like this. It's really important what they're doing. And they might be looking a little bit to you like, geez, how are they still doing it? They're wearing an eye patch here. They're exhausted. They're bedraggled. They don't look good. Their clothes are torn. Yeah. But they see themselves, they're not seeing that they look bedraggled and messed up and maybe a little sick and tired. You see that. You know they need to go on their moon journey. But you're correct. There's nothing that you can do. They're not ready. You're right. If they are in a 9 of fire, they don't know it. They think they're in the 8. It's superhero time. I could do this forever. You're like, aren't you done yet? That's right. Aren't you to the 10 where you put down this burden? Okay, what's the advice here? Daydreaming fool. Huh. There's that snake again. The 7 of Earth. Advice is just do your thing. Do your own thing. Go on your journey. Do your fun thing that you're excited about. Like, look at how I feel like this relationship is not a relationship. It's you alone going to these magical places, doing magical things that you love. And the cards say, yeah, that's all you can do. It's a very good message. It's a good message for someone who's involved with a workaholic who won't deal with their stuff, This is, go do this stuff that lights you up like this, That's what this is. These cards are very hard for me to lift off the table. This is you going after this dream, this thing that it delights you. And it offers you escape and autonomy and independence in this magical world that you are building. It's new, the Fool. And the Fool is, I just love her in this deck. She's sitting on a bee's nest. So the Fool always has, like, from the outside, oh, that could be dangerous. But she doesn't care. She's looking at the birds and the flowers and... Yeah, 7 of Earth it's supposed to be a kind of poor me, I'm working so hard, but this 7 of Earth is like super into the beautiful work and her collaboration with her fox and her snake. They're basically tasting mangoes. And the fox is drooling because the fox is excited to try these mangoes. It's just a fun, creative space. And the cards say, go for it. This person's a workaholic. And the future is massive change. It's ascension, it's judgment. It's you leaving this world. Yeah, and that's, if this is a partnership, this is its end. The world. This is the end of this relationship. You are leaving it to take care of yourself, for air. You're leaving it with fire, with passion, with wisdom. You're starting something completely new. The Fool is here twice. But your person is, in the 8 of Wands is here twice. 8 of Fire, 8 of Wands is this one. They are workaholic. They're not going to deal with their thing. Wow. That's such a clear message for you, whoever you may be. Is it for me? I'm not in a relationship, so I can think of one situation where this could be, but let's have this be about you. All right? I don't need this reading to know this in my life, but I have been in this. I've been attracted to the passion of a workaholic many times. All right, so let's find out. They see you as this Queen of Water. I'm like so annoyed at them for being a workaholic. Like, I don't even care how they see you. I'm just way more interested in your story. But I like to clarify everything on the table. Sometimes it always adds insight. So let me be patient. Queen of Water. They see you. 9 of Cups. They think you are individually fine. She's very much like this mermaid lounging here. They don't see you clearly. But they think that you're content. They're going to be bummed out. They think you're sexy. They see you. They see you as this Queen of Wands, the manifester. Yeah, they don't, I'm almost getting that they don't see you. And they think they're King of Pentacles. Wow, gross. They think they're doing their work to keep you safe. they see themselves as the King of Pentacles, like, and you're like this hot object. You are hot. You're definitely sexy as hell. And they think they're doing fine by you. They think you're content. They think you're manifesting everything that you want. They think they're a part of that. They're doing their job. So, yeah, they would be wrong. Let me see. So we have the Lovers. We're going to clarify what's really going on with you. You're checking out the scene and you're thinking, I don't know about what's going on over there, but I'm going to do my own thing. To clarify that, the Four of Swords, Four of Air, that's the card that want you healing from being injured. And this is, when somebody's abandoning you for work, workaholism is abandonment. It's an addiction. Your sense of yourself as this Queen of Wands, as this Queen of Water, as a sexy, fulfilled person gets dented. And so part of the process of self-love, which I think this is really about self-love here in a relationship where you're alone. Going it alone. That's what the Four of Air is, and that's the same card here that I rejected at first, but has insisted on being a part of this reading about love. Secondly, there's the Knight of Swords is here twice now too. You have the truth. You were going forward. You were taking action with truth. And you might be angry. I think of the Knight of Swords is very often anger. I like this one from the Pride Tarot that's underlying here. Knight of Swords in her armor. So you're pissed off, rightfully. When somebody's abandoning you for work and they have a commitment to you as a friend, as a partner, as even a spouse, like, fuck them for workaholicking and abandoning you. You're amazing. And it hurts. Abandonment just plain sucks. And then there's a Three of Cups here. This is a sense very clearly of betrayal. There's two people, but a three. Like, that's... And work can be like a third party. It can be like cheating. It's more socially condoned. But when you have a commitment to somebody and you choose your work over them over and over and over again, you're in a relationship with your work. So yeah, Three of Cups is why you're pissed. You're hurt. Yeah, and that three is what we see here. This is what she's looking at. These other two fairies are like talking about having a threesome, but in your life, it's not another fairy. It could be, but I don't see that. It's work. Their work. They prefer that. They think it's about you. They think they're providing for you. This is the Dark Tarot. I was very clearly called to use this deck, and I hate the kings in it. They're all like monstrous, gross patriarchs, and they're all older than these, like, I don't know. But it's also a deck that has really heroic, powerful women in it, and I like that about it. It's just, I don't know. I'm so gay. I just don't get it, straight women. But and I don't mean to be judgy, but you know what it's about for you, and I totally understand. Like, I don't need to get your desire to read your cards if you're straight. But this is about you and your love of yourself, and you don't even have to leave this workaholic, but you're doing something in judgment. You are ascending to another level. It looks like leaving. Maybe it's just because here's you. This is why you're called to a new exciting passion. The stars. It's a wish fulfillment. It's a place of healing again. The stars is healing. Very powerful. See what I mean? Like, you see why I like this deck? You know, she doesn't need a hero. She has her own sword. There's all these owls around her. So the sword and the owls speak of knowing the truth. It's very much coming through to me like the Knight of Swords. You know, there's power in having the truth of like, that jerk is choosing work. I'm going to heal. I'm going to know my worth and go get what I want in life. But it's still painful. 5 of Pentacles. Feeling of abandonment. That's fully here repeatedly. You outside of what your partner has chosen over you. This addiction is coming through as work. It could be any addiction. It could be another person. It's a betrayal. You feel abandoned, but you know your worth. Queen of Pentacles. She knows her worth. So you're going after this new thing and you're advised to do it. Do we want to know about this workaholic jerk? Yes, we do. You need to know. Okay, they look like they're tired. When are they going to stop? You might be actually hoping like, okay, just one more wand and then they're going to be present in our partnership. I wait for too long. When I love, I'll wait. So that's how you're seeing them. You might be like, okay, I'll just go off in my imagination. I'll go off and do this thing, this work. I'll have my little beautiful fantasy world. And I'll just wait for them in it. And I don't have to leave because I've just made a whole other world here where I know my worth and I'm excited and passionate. And I don't need this other person to feel that. And that's absolutely very healthy. Okay. You see them. Strength. Okay. You kind of buy into their martyrdom narrative. Oh, I work so hard. You're waiting for change. The wheel. Hello, did I just say that? I said that. And, oh my God, girlfriend. Knave of Swords. You're watching. Knave of Swords. You're watching. You're looking good watching. Watching, waiting for them to change. You buy into their whole martyr thing. Oh, I work so hard, blah, blah, blah. In fact, they're playing action hero here. So the truth is, they're not thinking about you at all. They are nowhere near quitting. This is fucking exciting. And they are all caught up in it. And I get it. I mean, if I were riding a bird of prey down to the earth, I mean, I'm just into that. Like, I'm not thinking about anything else. I'm like fully present in the excitement of my imagined, they have their own imagined world. You might be working too while they work. It's building you up to do that. But they're not quitting. They're not changing. Let's see. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's look at more cards. Oh, yeah. Knave of Pentacles. They're work-oriented. This is such a sexy Knave of Pentacles. It's immature, because they need to go on their moon journey. But it's almost like another woman. She's hot. She's younger, too. The world. Ending. Okay, that's interesting. 7 of Swords, dishonesty. They're not facing the fact that this is going to cause them to lose you. They're basically so into this work fantasy that they don't see the ending, and they're not being honest with you. Or you're not being honest with them. But they don't see the world. And the world is, this has to end. They're in denial that their workaholism is unhealthy and it needs to end. And if they don't end, you're gone. They're going to lose you. Because people can wait, but then we only wait so long for change. We shouldn't wait forever. And sometimes leaving causes somebody to wake up and change. So they need to go on a moon journey. This is why they're doing workaholism. They might somewhere know that, but they're not at all acknowledging it. Let's see what else. Okay, the Knight of Cups. This is definitely an emotional adventure. Three of Wands. Yeah, they're waiting. They're just like, I can wait. I don't need to go on that adventure. I'm just going to wait on that. Oh, yeah, is that a 7? No, 4 of Cups. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of sorrow here for them, but they basically feel sorry for themselves and wait to go on what is an emotional and noble journey. The Cavalier de Cup, the Knight of Cups. But they're just waiting, and they do feel sorry for themselves, and they've convinced you to feel sorry for them too. Self-pity, it can be a trap. All right, so your relationship is the Fool. Yeah, you're a fool for staying. They're a fool for not seeing how incredible you are and turning their attention to you. But you both end up isolated and doing your own thing. Very, very captivating thing. So, Ace of Cups. This is a deep love. It's a love-based deal. King of Cups. People are not talking about their feelings, which are pretty scary monsters. And Ace of Wands. There's you going off on your individual passion. There's that individuality. There's that new beginning. That's your relationship. There's an Ace of Cups and an Ace of Wands. It has the potential to be passionate, like emotional and physical. Yeah. Feelings are monstrous, though. And so you end up alone because your partner, your other person won't deal with their feelings. And you're not talking about it. You're not telling them, like, if you don't change, I'm going to need to leave. Your advice is, let them be, because that's their choice. That's their journey. Your advice is a 7 of Earth. Resistance, 7 of Wands. So 2 7s. Those aren't comfortable. 7s are not super comfy. 5s are worse. But with the 7 of Wands, you have integrity. That's very clear to me on your side of the table, that you're healing, finding self-love, and in this whatever 7 of Earth thing that you're doing that's just so captivating, that is this new passion, like, you have a great deal of integrity. You do feel burdened, and so the advice is further, whatever the burden is, to put that down. That's what I feel like this person and their work is the burden, and that it's very similar to this card. It's actually the same card with the bow and arrow. Okay. This is your advice. One more. Ooh, another 4 of Wands. So keep doing this, what inspires you. Your person they're deep in the excitement of their wands. Oh, that's the 9. Okay, so that's 7 and a 10. Okay, so, sorry. It looks the same as the 9 of Wands. This is how you see them. 7 of Wands is much more heroic, about resistance. There's a lot more energy in it before the 10 of Wands. So, like, it's just so clear to me that you just need to do your thing, whatever it is. There's a 4 of Wands here too. That is different from, it is the place where you are recognized, where you are authentic, where you are met by people that see you and love you, a partner, a person, a different person, is maybe in this new world that is captivating you, right? This is a part of your advice. It says, this is what love looks like. And there's a burden here. And it is this person who's just working and working and working and working. So, I don't know. Ascension, judgment. This is your future. I know what I want you to do. Go find that Four of Wands. That's what you deserve. But I'm glad you're healing yourself and you're finding a way to be happy in this, with this turd who won't do their moon journey. I just have had this experience, and it's hard for me to see this story. I'm really, really grateful, though, that I'm not in it. So, as in this story here, it caused me to transform in a way that has lifted me to a different place, a different world. Yeah, it's like a dream life. And I know you're building it here. There's the Eight of Swords. That's a feeling of being trapped in your mind. But really, you can go. The Lovers. Yeah, the Lovers. You have the Lovers twice. The Lovers is 3 times on the table. Per my request, thank you, universe, for the love reading. A Knight of Wands. Taking action, hitting the road, going out of this cold place. The thing is, this is such a creepy Lovers. All of the relationships in the Dark Tarot are kind of with monsters. I find that interesting. It's almost like a commitment phobia kind of deal here. Yeah. You feel trapped in this love, and in the future you take your fire and you leave this cold place somehow, whether it's in your mind, whether it's in this other world that it's captivating to you, or for real, like you just end this connection. It doesn't have to be like a love relationship. Like a lover relationship, but it's a really profound one, and that's why it feels like you can't leave it. It's like a soul bond, but it's like this for you. It's like you and not just your partner, but another person, another thing that they're captivated by and paying attention to, and you're kind of alone and really coping with grace and healing the part of you that feels abandoned and like and your work, this new world, this fool that you're doing is beautiful. The Four of Wands is here. To me, that says there is a thing that looks like what you want, and you should build that. It may be something that you discover in this other world, but in the future, we just see you leaving the current situation, and it's difficult. But we see you like this Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands has the willpower to leave, to take this cold path out of the woods. Yeah. I'm sorry. This looks hard. The Knave of Wands is here. I'll just say there might be somebody who represents a very different world from the one you've been living in. They are from another country, they're queer. There's somebody here, or somebody that represents this inspiration and this other path here. You're not focused on them. They're almost like a concept to you, but they are sparking your imagination. And I can see like this is this magical other place. It's almost like a vision instead of a reality. Like really see you here and going there. Like just playing. You're playing. You're light. You're light. You are this little fairy. You know. You're so sweet. And then I hope that you ascend. She's asleep. I hope it's more than just a dream for you. Because the Eight of Swords and the Lovers, it's going to take incredible courage, the courage of the Knight of Wands, to leave in some way besides just in your fantasy life here. Wow. I don't really know what's going to happen. I know what I want you to do, but I respect whatever you choose to do in this situation. Good luck, whoever you may be.